to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here is Conley. He kicks to McDaniels. The pass to Towns. Driving inside. Pass to Conley. Just 4 to shoot. Over Westbrook. Conley's shot is off. And here are the Clippers. Back to Leonard. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid, 79%.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Oh, here's Edwards. Conley kicks to Towns. Out to Edwards. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Westbrook against Conley. It's hauled in by Zubac.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A high percentage shooter from the field. Towns recognizes what good shot selection is.
Outside Westbrook. Up top Covington. Kicks it to George. Over Edwards. Back to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook against Conley. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
You know, confidence feeds on itself, and the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick-and-roll sets.
Now, here is George. And George with the stuff.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. As one of the biggest stars in the NBA, Russell Westbrook, Clark, puts a lot of energy into his charity work.
Yeah, he really does, and I don't know how many people really recognize that, but I know he's appreciated for it. He started the Why Not Foundation to help underserved communities, and they're doing some great work. Russ said, why not? Has always been his attitude whenever he's pursuing a tough goal, and thus he named his foundation the same way.
Now Towns, after Robert Covington missed from long range. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Westbrook. Got a piece of it. McDaniels with the ball. Now Covington defending. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Shakes him and finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Westbrook passes to Covington. Outside for George. The Clippers again turning it over. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded against a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Give it up for your first Avenue Breaker.
For Minnesota, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside Edwards. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the rejection by Zubac. That's tipped. Stolen by McDaniels. Gobert against George. Conley up top. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Edwards, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. At the end of one, a closely some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's George. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And George, here we go. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Leonard. Down low. 5 on the clock. And George with the stuff.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. With the big-time throwdown there.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
The game now all time.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Conley against Westbrook. The kick out to Towns. From outside, off the mark. Here's Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Conley dishes to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Passes to Gobert. Puts the move on and finished off by Gobert.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. With the drive, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe. I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular positions, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
Here's Conley after the basket by Los Angeles. Out to Edwards. Towns against Covington. Towns, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Towns showing you his unselfishness there, willing to give up the rock. His teammate has something a little better.
Westbrook surveying the D. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Edwards. And it's sent back by George.
George clearly one of the best two-way players in the game. He never takes a play off defensively.
And here's Edwards. He's got 10. Covington with the steal. Nobody near Leonard. It's good from long range. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Now, Towns. After Robert Covington missed from long range. The foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Towns. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Gobert, no good. Right side, George. To the paint. Wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. And here's Covington from the arc. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Paul George, he's been the guy. Thank you, David.
18, the Clippers, 20.
And as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Lovely out there with the 2. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Gordon. And it's man in a point guard.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Now here's Gordon to the inside. And Batum throws it down.
Never quite sure of what Gordon's going to do in the pick and roll. When he sees a passing lane, he fires it in there.
Anderson outside. Inside. Here's Prince. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
Here's Mann. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Batum with the 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Timberwolves trail over to the wing. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Noel, defended by Gordon. The score now all even.
So impressive, the fortitude the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And the Clippers have possession following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Powell, that's good.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Noel. And contact on the shot, so he'll be... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is
Everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let me hear you give it up for your Timberwolves.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting box.
Mann passes to Batum. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th attempt in the foul line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now at 10 points for him. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Conley. .135 left to play in the third. Fires for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Conley's got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Edwards. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gobert, and the layup's good off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Shot to stop the run. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And the dunk by Towns.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
For Minnesota, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Los Angeles making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Here is Edwards. He's got 10. There's 25 seconds left in the third.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
For Minnesota, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one. Clippers trail by 11. Here's George, and there's the drive. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 7.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Timberwolves. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive work. A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Leonard on the wing. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his 3-point shooting.
Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. Leonard kicks to George. The pass to Plumlee. It's stolen by Gobert. And Edwards with a clean path to the basket.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
To the middle. Here's Covington, and the layup falls.
Covington.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. George against Edwards. He kicks it to McDaniels. Outside Conley. Just 5 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Covington inside the line. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards passes to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can.
I don't know how he was able to execute the reverse with that stingy defense that was being played there.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Conley against Westbrook. Out to Edwards. Back to Conley. Towns in the corner. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Towns. Over in the corner, Conley. Towns, a screen on Leonard. Conley with the 3. Westbrook with the steal. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. George, no good. Timberwolves leading by 13. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Towns wide open. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Covington from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
3 points.
Covington's got 5 points in the quarter. Angelo Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. .104 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Gobert with the screen on Westbrook. Conley with the three. He is hauled in by Paul George. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Towns.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Trying to get something going. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And George kicks to Leonard from deep three-point range. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. To the best
Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Paul. Pass to Okogie. Conley against Paul. Up and over Conley. Minnesota with a rebound.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Towns passes to McDaniels. Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Booker drives to the hoop.
Athletic play right there. Devin Booker on the inside.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Booker with it from deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
He does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry. And they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Now here's Booker. Over Edwards. Pass to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Okogie shot is off.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Booker. Ayton into the lane. Good D by Gobert. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Conley passes to Towns. Oh, Durant with a steal. Ayton finds Durant. Let's go with a 3. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Now here's Conley. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
Chalk up 2 there.
Rock the baby. Working the size advantage inside.
1:51 left to play in the first. Outside Durant. Okogie on the wing. Durant, pass to Paul. Here's Okogie. The Suns need to get off a shot. Outside for Booker. From downtown. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size, VA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. Towns for 3, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Offensive rebound. And Aiden gets it to go.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Ball against Conley. Pass to Edwards. And stolen by Booker. In transition, here come the Suns. Lets it fly from 18. Durant's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Edwards, a pass to Conley. Gobert with it. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's Conley. That one's good. And the assist from Gobert.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Durant, the pass to Aiden with 1 on the clock. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Okogie. Back to Booker. Over Edwards. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Here's Booker after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
There's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt that when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Outside Conley. 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Devin Booker. The Suns trailing. Durant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. And Ayton with the stuff.
There's a part of KD's game that goes under the radar. It's probably that right there, playmaking.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Timberwolves lead by 9. And here's Paul. The kick to Durant. It's Booker on the wing. Inside. The turnaround. The shot that time not on target. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Edwards, a pass to Conley. The kick out to Edwards. Lots of room. And again, it's Minnesota converting. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint. And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Booker. Missed it, even after all of those chances. The Timberwolves have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Towns, outside McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Picked by Gobert. And he's going for the oop here. Throw it down on the lob.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
It's stolen away. Here's Towns. 5 points in the game. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it. .110 left in the second quarter. Outside Booker. Shot to end the cold streak. And Booker with the jam.
That's an aggressive play. Devin Booker up to the rim.
Conley against Paul. Conley passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Aiden. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Paul against Conley. To the wing on the left. Towns passes to Conley. Back to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. And Durant with the block.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
Stole it away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. McDaniels from long range. Anthony Edwards has been on display. Thanks very much, Allie.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 27. The Suns, 14.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, we've got T.J. Warren. Terrence Ross is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Darius Baisley, and it's Landale in at center, locking down the middle.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Baisley. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Great to see the purposeful play from Baisley on the jam.
Here's Alexander Walker. Prince knocks down the long J. Prince has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Payne. Here's Ross. Pass to Baisley. Goes up at the stripe. That one doesn't drop. Here's Alexander Walker. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up. Doesn't go that time.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Reed against Ross. Pass to Noel. There's the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Ross finds Warren. Shoots it from the corner. And Ross with the basket on the assist from Warren. Ross has got his first bucket in this one.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Prince. Reed sets a screen. Takes a three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Left side, Ross. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Anderson. Sinks that one from the post. Anderson's got his second basket.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Forrest Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Pass to Warren. Here's Landale. Reed defending. Kicks it out to Warren. Here's Landale. Ross for three. Hits the trifecta. Ross has got 5 points.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Prince. Back to Noel. Kicks it out to Anderson. Here's Prince. And they get it back. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's Noel. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Baisley. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
And here's Payne outside. Another three for Phoenix.
This is why Payne takes a good number of threes. He's pretty effective from there.
Pass to Prince. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Now Ross, Landale. Reed with the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Up top, Anderson. Here's Prince. Anderson with a screen. Fires from the wing. Prince can't hit. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
When you're losing, you can't afford to give the ball away.
Edwards against Booker. Now here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Nice move. And it's powered home by Towns.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and roll. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Left side, Paul. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Conley passes to Edwards. Left side, McDaniels. Again, the Timberwolves score.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Ball against Conley. Ayton. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he could be a bully on the inside.
Conley against Paul. Pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Here's Okogie. McDaniels covering. Elbow shot. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
How smooth is Devin Booker's J right there, and inside the arc he nails it.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. To the left wing. Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Third personal foul.
It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Durant, the pass to Ayton, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
There are very few guys Durant's size who can change pace with the bounce like he did there.
Ball against Conley. Outside Edwards. Towns with the ball. Pass to McDaniels. Goes up on the wing. It's not going to go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Okogie driving inside. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. The kick out to Edwards. Gets an open look and hits it. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Rudy Gobert.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
The kick out to Conley. From deep. The Suns clear it.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Paul with it. Towns covering. And there's Ayton on the assist from Paul.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Pass to Gobert. Now Towns. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Edwards. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And here's Conley. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Al Paul, after Robert Covington missed from long range.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
Paul against Westbrook. Outside, George. Leonard, the pass to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Covington setting the pick for Leonard. And Durant sends it back.
This is probably the aspect as his career has gone on where Kevin Durant has improved the most. The defensive end, he is a real factor.
A nice shot by George.
The assist goes to Robert.
On offense, here are the Suns. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Phoenix. Back to Covington. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's George finishing it off.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
The pass to Okogie. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Pass to Westbrook. Right side, Leonard. He can't get it to go. Now the Suns take it the other way. Passes it to Ayton. Back to KD. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got 6 points.
Yeah, Kevin Durant working right there on the interior. This guy, if you allow him to touch the paint, he will put it home.
Westbrook against Paul. Outside for George. Traps in the tray. He has 7.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Booker. Dishes to Ayton. Out to the wing. Here's Paul. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Booker outside. Pass to Okogie. He kicks it to Paul. Here's Okogie. He's covered by Leonard. And the rejection by Zubats. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Now here's Paul. Here's Okogie. Durant kicks to Booker. Covington against KD. Here's the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Zubats. The shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, go ahead and get up, Kevin Durant, former MVP, punching it home.
Westbrook against Paul. Westbrook kicks to George. Good D by Booker.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And the pass to Ayton. Here's a Kobe. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Left side, George. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 1.
And please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Youth Dance Team.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's a Kogi in at the 3 slot. And George kicks to Covington. George looking over the floor. Left side, Leonard. 5 to shoot. Over Durant. Nobody near George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George, so dangerous from beyond the arc. You better get a hand up and contest.
Here's Booker. There's the dish to Durant. Good on the shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold. Leonard, no luck.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, the big man flashing his touch. DeAndre Ayton makes it look easy.
And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. George with the screen on Durant. Leonard attacking. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Kawhi Leonard, the size, the strength, the ability to put the ball on the floor. I mean, trying to deal with this guy off a drive is so tough.
And KD throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. It's Westbrook with the drive. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Paul George. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Kicks it to KD. Back to Paul. Down low. Here's Ayton. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. And you see players trying to get the officials to blow the whistle. Were players in your day, Greg, falling down as much as they seem to be doing now?
Oh, it's way more common now. And let's face it, it's a copycat league. All the whistles slow the game down. I just love to see them let a little bit more go.
KD a screen on Westbrook. And Paul puts up a deep 3. Leonard against Durant. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Durant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's a reason Kevin Durant is finding the basketball late in the clock, because he's proven he can make those shots under pressure.
Here's It's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Booker, with no one around, cranes the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 6.
We know this about Devin Booker. He is not shy. Deep from 3, yes, I'm going to take that opportunity.
And it's Leonard missing.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Okogie, the pass to Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
We are talking about one of the greatest scorers in the history of NBA basketball. Kevin Durant's doing some work right now.
George sets a screen for Westbrook. Outside for George. We've got 22 seconds left here in the second. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
One of the things that's been said before, but it's so accurate, Paul George's ability to improve himself is really quite remarkable. This guy is always looking for ways to add to an already stellar game.
Kicks it out to Booker. Back the ball. Passes it to Durant. Here's Okogie. And Covington sends it back.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
They've got Batum, also Plumlee out there. Powell is out there with Gordon. And it's Highland in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Hangs. Here's Landale. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Landale's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns. Highland passes to Gordon. The 3. Nailed from three-point land. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Here's Highland. Payne covering. Batum wide open. He fires. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
So good at so quickly analyzing and getting through his progressions. Nick Batum gets it off before the defender can react.
Payne passes to Baisley. Another shot. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 5. It's Powell on the wing. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Plumlee kicks to Gordon. Plumlee sets the pin for Gordon. Back to Plumlee. Ball stolen. Payne looking around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Highland. It's intercepted. Payne passes to Landale. Out to Payne. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Ross in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Warren for three. Offensive rebound. Landale, and he uses the glass on the lane. Landale's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Highland passes to Powell. Lets the three fly. The shot comes out, and Phoenix the other way now. They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and Jordan.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Outside Gordon. Plumlee with a screen on Ross. Gordon finds Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's the pass to Payne. Ross on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Back to Ross. Batum with the steal. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Batum scanning the floor. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And too long on the shot.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Landale pass to Baisley. Here's Landale. And the shot goes in. Landale's got 8 here in the quarter.
You know, this guy's a team-first guy, and if you're open and Baisley can put it on time and on target, he is more than willing.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Kicks to Gordon. Takes a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Gordon's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. Payne with it. Outside Warren. Back to Payne. And they're on the break. Batum with the 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's a Kogi in at the 3. Kept alive. Clippers trail by 5. To the inside. On the wing, Booker. Durant inside. Defended by Batum.
But Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Here's Highland, defended by Paul. Highland's shot is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Booker the pass to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
What you love about this young guard, Devin Booker, is his ability to hurt you with both his passing and his shooting.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Powell. Clock at 6. Plumlee with the screen. Powell the pass to Plumlee. Tries again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Suns leading by 7. Paul finds Booker. And he commits the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. KD on the wing. Passes it to Okogie. Kicks it out to Booker. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. Lets it go with the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The wide open look for Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one. Covington a screen on Paul. Covington into the lane.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
The Suns leading. Booker outside. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Back to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Okogie, the pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. And he banks in the layup.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
George sets a screen for Westbrook. It's up a 3. And the shot is good. The Phoenix City has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Booker finds Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
Westbrook dishes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. It's Covington on the wing. Now Westbrook. Back to Covington. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Outside, KD. Ball outside. With the drive.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Outside, George. Leonard with a screen on Booker. To take the lead. It's money from deep.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And here's Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Leonard with the steal. Knocked loose. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. And for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Knocks it down from distance.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Conley against Westbrook. Leonard outside. Westbrook outside. 5 to shoot. And no good. Conley with some nice D. Here's Gobert. It's good.
This is where size matters. No one's stopping Gobert on that shot.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Westbrook, the pass to Covington. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Conley. Towns passes to Edwards. Into the lane. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
And here's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Conley. Here's Towns. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And so here are the Clippers, following the score by Minnesota. For 3, Covington. Not going to go that time.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Back to Daniels. Now Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns can just be merciless on offense.
Leonard passes to Westbrook. Back to Leonard. McDaniels with some nice D.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Edwards against George. And there's Towns on the assist by Edwards.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play. Russell Westbrook's ranks on the all-time list are incredible. He's in the top 100 for points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And don't forget, he's the triple-double king.
Now here's Towns. The kick out to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Towns finds McDaniels. Great D that time from Zubac. And with Westbrook, is there anyone you could see breaking his triple-double record?
Yeah, I think Luka Doncic has a chance. He's already in the top 10 on that list and has a long career ahead of him. I remember thinking no one would break Oscar's record, but Russell did it.
Here's Conley. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's powered home by Towns.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now here's Westbrook. Kicks it to George. For three. Nails it from three.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Conley passes to McDaniels. Now Towns. He's got 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Towns has got 8.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8 points.
Please give a big round of applause for your Clippers Youth Dance Team.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Leonard. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Zubac's shot is off.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Conley passes to Towns. Back to Conley. Pass to Towns. Conley against Covington. Shot from the wing. Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. With 1 on the clock.
Oh, did you see that?
Finish!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now here's Edwards. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brad?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
Now here's McDaniels. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I mean, he's tailor-made for those pick-and-roll sets. Gobert, a big-time finisher on the move.
McDaniels against Leonard. Here's George, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Mike Conley.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
And he drops a first.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Gordon, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Now here's Conley. The kick out to Edwards. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
And Smitty, with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
2 minutes remain.
McDaniels passes to Gobert.
2 minutes.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Conley. Takes the 3. That shot missing. And Los Angeles the other way now. To the paint. Here's Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Up top, Edwards. George defending. And Edwards slams it in.
But the defender had more size than him, but did not have more fight.
And here's George. He's got 9. For 3, Gordon. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Now here's Edwards. 16 points for him. To the wing, right side. Pass to Towns. Conley against Gordon. It's good.
Mike Conley.
And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
You know what? Mike Conley is so crafty, finding a way to take the bump and weave through the defense.
Here's Leonard. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Conley up top, defended by Gordon. Outside Edwards. Over Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Paul George.
Man, good whistle there.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Clippers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Leonard outside. Outside Covington. Lets it go from deep. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First personal foul.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
And he sinks the second.
Taking 3 shots.
And he makes all 3. "12 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Noel. Pass to Prince. The 3 is up. No good on the buzzer beater.
Active on.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
We've got Norman Powell, Mason Plumlee out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's Highland in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Shot is good by Gordon.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows to find his open teammates.
Pass to Prince. On the wing, Noel. Back to Prince. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. A slam dunk by Reed.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
About a minute played here in the second half. It's Powell on the wing. And here's Gordon from the arc. Prince grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Reed.
Foul Clippers. Bones Highlight. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Just 5 on the clock. Noel. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
It's Covington on the wing. Knocks down the triple. Covington's got 10.
No second guessing on that shot from Robert Covington.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Prince. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Prince has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Toombs checked in for Los Angeles.
Once again for your Clippers.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Screen by Gordon. To the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And the Clippers call time here.
All right, fans, time to get loud. Get yourself a free t-shirt.
Out there. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Prince. Back to Noel. Clock at 4. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Gordon, he's checked in for Westbrook. And so here are the Clippers. Trailing by 10. Pass to Zubac. Here's Covington. Now here's George. Guarded by Edwards. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Covington. Here he goes. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. Conley goes in. Banked it in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
You won't find many players with the quickness of Mike Conley. He can dice you up.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. It's blocked by Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. And that one is stuffed right through.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Leonard. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Conley on the attack. Yeah, that one's good. Conley's got 6.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
35 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Conley, he's open. No good off the back of the rim.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
George, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Timberwolves substitution.
12 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. On the wing, Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Minnesota with a rebound.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
From behind the arc. The kick out to Edwards. From the arc. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
George outside. Hits the three-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And Kawhi Leonard gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. George against Edwards. Clock at 6. Pass to McDaniels. From outside the arc. Towns controls the rebound and the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
Aggressive play by Towns on the glass, recapturing possessions so we could take it right back up.
Gordon against Conley. Outside Covington. Stolen by Conley. Edwards with it. Puts it up from the high post. Count it. Edwards got 23.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Oh, deflected. And stolen by Covington. From downtown. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. And there's the lob. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Just about 3 minutes through the 4th and final quarter here. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Towns passes to Conley. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. George, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The kick out to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. There's 1:34 left in the fourth quarter. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Edwards.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Conley against Gordon. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Zubac with the steal. George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And George with the jam.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
And here's McDaniels. Back to Conley. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 3-pointer. Covington grabs the board. Leonard outside. Puts up a 3. No good. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one to walk into enemy territory and deliver a...
Both teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Conley in at the point. Paul kicks to Durant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Outside, Towns. Nice move. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Pass to Ayton. Edwards against Booker. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. The Timberwolves shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Paul passes to Ayton. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's his agility that helps Paul beat interior defense, especially when it's tight like this.
Conley against Paul. Edwards looking it over. Driving inside.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Monty Williams. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
The kick out to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Suns trail by 5. Booker outside. Fires at the elbow. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Make no mistake, Devin Booker is a shooter. If he sees a chance, he is going to take it.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Gobert. McDaniels in the post. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Towns throws it down.
Man, that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Out to Conley. Back to Edwards from past the arc. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 5 points so far.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
It's impressive what an enduring talent Chris Paul has been. A lot has changed around the league, but CP3 is still doing his thing and leading his guys to success.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. To the middle, the shot. And finished off by Gobert.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Andre Ayton out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
To the wing right side, McDaniels, and again Minnesota with the triple.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Durant, the pass to Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Conley against Paul. Conley dishes to Gobert. He kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Conley. Over Paul. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Phoenix ball.
Suns trail by 11. Booker outside. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Paul's shot is off. Minnesota shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. And the dunk by Towns.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Paul against Conley. A shot off that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 13. Conley the pass to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. KD a screen on Edwards. Booker dishes to Durant. Over Towns. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Edwards finds Towns. Conley for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Conley's got 5 now. Richard, you played before and after the emergence of social media. How does that affect, in your opinion, the players these days in that very uncharted world?
Well, it's a beautiful thing because players now understand that they are a brand. Social media has helped them build a brand, and so now you have the ability to connect with your fans in a positive way. And for me, that is a great thing for this league because the players are doing a great job with it.
But you'd probably agree you got to use it correctly and not stray into the dark side, right?
Yeah, no, stay away from the dark side.
Paul into the lane, and it's blocked by Conley. Down low, and finished off by McDaniel.
Assisted by
and showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Ayton kicks to Paul. Here's Okogie. Now the pass to Ayton. It's good. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Paul against Conley. Edwards passes to Gobert. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 6 points for him.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
.58 seconds left to play here in the half. KD passes to Okogie. Stolen by McDaniels. Stolen away. From deep. Conley grabs the miss.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Towns. Booker trying to free himself up. Here's it from three-point range. Okogie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Conley against Paul. Outside Edwards. Left side Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. And he makes that one. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And hey, Towns can drill that shot. The D has to be aware of his touch from mid-range.
And so it's Minnesota. Okay, David, much appreciated.
Your Suns, 19. The Timberwolves, 37.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Reed. And it's Noel in at the point. Now here's Anderson. T right on him. Passes it to Alexander Walker. The kick out to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. They grab their own miss. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Suns trail by 18. Now here's Payne. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good.
Cameron Payne, 2 shots.
He hits the 2nd from the line. Minnesota with the ball. And here's Anderson. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Banked in off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Baisley passes to Ross. Off target at the rim. Timberwolves leading by 19. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Well, yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
From deep three-point range, Phoenix grabs the miss. Left side, Warren. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 19. Ross with the steal. Payne passes to Landale. That shot off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Third personal foul.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Anderson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Noel. 6 to shoot. Alexander Walker passes to Anderson. A tray. The offensive rebound. The pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Reed. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Phoenix no good that time either.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And they pick up 2.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Here's Anderson. Passes to Noel. Back to Anderson. Pass to Reed from 18 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Taking full advantage of a gap in the mid-range coverage.
Payne kicks to Ross. Back to Payne. Pass to Baisley from outside the arc. The shot will not fall.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And there's the pass to Alexander Walker. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he converts the layup. Warren's got his first 2 points.
TJ's a wing who doesn't just jack up threes. He likes to get physical on the inside as well.
Noel passes to Prince. Here's Alexander Walker. There's the screen. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Minnesota feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Well,
and please give a big round of applause.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Payne out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's Warren, and it's Landale into the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Paul dishes to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Outside Edwards to the inside, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Edwards. Conley left side. Edwards can't hit. Suns trail by 17. Passes it to Ayton. A second chance effort. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to McDaniel. Gobert down low. Working on Booker. Towns finds McDaniel. And Towns throws it down.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Booker outside. Inside. Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Towns sets the pick for Conley. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
And here's Booker from the arc. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Stolen by Durant. To the middle. Here's Ayton. Gobert with the block. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Shoots from the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. For Phoenix, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Paul passes to Ayton. Here's Okogie. A fader. And the Suns miss again. Conley feeling it out. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Durant's got the ball. And KD throws it down.
How many guys his size can pull up off the dribble and move like that? Durant is the real unicorn.
Conley kicks to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And finished off by KD.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
Paul against Conley. Driving to the basket. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
A nice shot by KD.
No hesitation from the swingman. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Conley against Paul. Left side, Towns. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Stolen by Durant. An even 3-on-3 break. Lets it go from the wing. Okogie misses. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 22 is their biggest lead. Outside, KD. There's the drive and the jam by Kevin Durant.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
Conley with it. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Thank you, fans.
This is Kevin Harlan.
To the
Tonight, Grant, two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Gordon in at the one. Ball finds Ayton. Ball with it. And Ayton with the stuff.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Gordon, the pass to Leonard. And Leonard with the strong finish.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
George against Booker. Pass to Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Okogie on the wing. Leonard defending. Here's Booker. And he converts the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
George, a screen on Durant. And the dunk by Leonard.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
Okogie on the wing. Back to Booker. It's tipped. Gordon against Booker. Gordon on the take.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building. It just looks incredible.
Covington's checked in for Morris.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Gordon against Paul. Baseline jumper. Back to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Durant with the big finish.
And you look at KD just attacking with authority.
Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. For so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, that's moving them well into the right direction.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
In the first.
Now here's Paul. There's a minute 54 left in the first. From the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Sinks it from distance.
Three-point field goal.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
The Suns have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Paul, pass to Ayton. And Ayton, throw it down.
How about Ayton going up there and showing off a little bit of his skill with the half turn.
Now here's George. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Zubac passes to George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of a game.
And he's good on the second. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
FBA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
4 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Durant.
KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick-and-roll set.
Now here's Covington. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Suns leading. Paul passes to Durant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And KD just doing a great job of initiating some contact, drawing a guy closer, and he'll get free throws from him.
It's both from the stripe.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And here's Gordon from the arc. They get it back. Down low. Here's Durant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
On Robert Covington.
Durant still has a drive to keep adding something to his game offensively, which should be scary to the rest of the league, but makes him so fun to watch.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out there. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6.
Kawhi operating in the painted area. So tough to stop. Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
To the middle. Here's Zubac. Lets it go from deep. And there's Leonard on the assist by Zubac.
3-point field goal.
9 points in the game.
Kawhi confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. And he really didn't waste any time.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and the point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. Make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Pass to George. Takes the 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. The Suns have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Back to Paul. Here's Okogie, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. 6 to shoot. Outside Paul. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Leonard for 3. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. They've led by as much as 10. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And another one for KD, putting together a beautiful offensive night.
George against Booker. Fires the 3. George's shot is good. Brent, at the center position, it does feel like we're seeing a re-emergence of the big man, the traditional 5.
Yeah, BA, I think it comes down to whether or not you have one or not. I mean, there are teams that just don't have the bruising big that can go down into the post and dominate possessions to slow things down and get to the paint. Other teams are electing to want to play faster and with more skill. So it comes down to how a team wants to set their roster up as to whether or not the traditional 5 is part of your action.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
Think about the rookie year that PG had, where he shot under 30% from the three-point line, but all that tireless work in the offseason, and now such a vital part of his game.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brent, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, BA, if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Now, I can't imagine the fans have ever rattled Kawhi Leonard when he's at the free throw line. Heck, when he's on the court at any point, it's impossible to make that guy crack.
Outside Booker, fires from deep, drops in the 3. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, with how much attention Durant draws, he's a skilled passer, and he'll make it happen.
Covington, a screen on Paul. Gordon can't hit. Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Outside Booker, and stolen by Covington. Gordon on the wing. He's guarded by Paul. Leonard outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Suns have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Outside Paul. Jacks up a 3. And he misses again. Now 0 for 3. The Clippers trail. Oh, denied by Durant.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Pass to Okogie. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Here's Paul. Now Aiden. Paul finds Aiden. Outside for Booker. It's stolen by Leonard. Back to George. Over Booker. Here's Zubats.
That's a nice contest. That's not going to show up in the box score. But
and so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Suns ahead. They're up by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
On the floor for the Clippers, Mason Plumlee out there with Nicholas Batum. Then it's Norman Powell. Then there's Eric Gordon. And it's Hyland in at the point guard position. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Here's Payne. Outside Warren. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 8.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. For 3, Gordon blocked, and he stays with it. Pass to Batum, fires for 3. Offensive board. Gordon can't hit.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys. Just flat out blew it.
Here's Landale. He's checked by Plumlee. And here's Payne outside. Buries it from 3. And it's an 11-point Phoenix lead.
This is why Payne takes a good number of threes. He's pretty effective from there.
The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Here's Batum. From outside, off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Pass to Payne. Back to Bazley. Payne with it. Ross with it. Defended by Gordon. The shake. Nice move. Here's Bazley. It's Warren on the wing. Looking for his first basket, still in this one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Powell. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Landale. It's Warren on the wing. Left side Payne. Here's Landale. Rebound by the Clippers. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Oh, they need this! And Gordon finishes it off.
Great finish from Gordon in traffic. You like to see the smaller guys operate down low as long as they're patient.
Outside Ross. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Clippers shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. To the inside. And the basket by Highland.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist. Yeah, everybody knows that Bones nickname is going to stick for quite a while, but don't let it fool you. This guy is not afraid to take it inside and challenge bigger defenders.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Suns lead by 11.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Gordon outside. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Landale. And with Highland, the fearlessness he brings. It's what makes the fans love him, Brent.
Yeah, B.A. I like the Bones nickname, by the way. The energy, it's infectious, and that's what Bones brings to the game. And when he gets hot, this guy tends to stay hot for a long time.
We got to see that one again. That block was all-out effort.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubats, he's checked in for Plumlee. Morris comes in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. And it's George in for Highland.
Think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career. That had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
And Leonard drops them both. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Paul. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Outside Booker. And Booker with the jam.
He really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you and throw it down.
Morris, a screen on Booker. Here's George. And here's Zubats outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. Right side Paul. And so it's Phoenix. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Gordon. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Kevin Durant, and it's Okogie in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
This is what you expect. Paul George can get it going from the perimeter like that.
Outside Durant. It's Booker on the wing. Crosses over. Here's Okogie. Off target from 3-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but they give it to him again. I bet 3 points are coming.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And Durant with the big finish.
So, question here. How do you stop a near 7-foot guy who can handle the ball like a guard and shoot threes? I'll wait.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Second team foul.
That's good from George.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
George against Booker. Crafty move, and it's slammed in by Durant.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Morris, a screen on Booker. George passes to Morris. Gordon outside. 4-3. He's off on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And that one's good.
Oh, that's a bomb from Chris Paul. This guy is simply superb from distance.
Here's George. Inside. Here's Morris. Okogie pulls down the board. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in the game.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Leonard outside. Pass to Gordon. Morris, a screen on Paul. The 3. Gordon can't hit.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Durant's got 21 points in the game.
Well, with that high release and that length, when KD takes a 3, if you're the defender, you're pretty much just hoping he misses.
And here's Gordon from the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
2 minutes.
Here's Okogie. It's Booker on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender. And he used his size to draw the foul that time.
George hits them both. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Pass to Paul. It's Booker on the wing. The three ball. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. George with the bucket.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. They're leading by 5. 1:21 left to play in the fourth. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He told them, I know you've been putting it all out there tonight, but this is when we need our energy to be at its highest. He's trying to keep his team from fading in the late stages. It was a message of motivation more than anything else, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Leonard outside from behind the arc. Doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. Durant with it. Outside Paul. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Outside for Booker. Just 2 to shoot. And it's all from three-point range. And the Clippers have possession. 7-point differential. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Booker drawing the double. On the wing, Durant. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out left to the wing. The three from Ayton. Drills it from deep. And the Suns lead by 8.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Gordon outside. From deep three-point range. Off on that one. So the Suns win it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a